beautiful souls. Just Intuitive Angel Healer here. Was spoken like an angel. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I got a message from Spirit today, like, because it's Father's Day, and so like all these fathers came in and bombarded my spirit today. And if you see behind me, I came to do it fitting at I call it the Unalive Bridge, because somehow they named it the starts with an S and ends with an E bridge, and a lot of people have jumped off of it. That's why it's called the Unalive Bridge. But I just wanted to share this with you, because right now you've got all these skateboarders back there, and I'm going to get into my message here in a minute, but you've got all these skateboarders behind me. I've never had all these kinds of skateboarders behind me. And then I had a guy playing the guitar. Now, my dad played the guitar, and he came in as one of the really strong messages for me today. And I just wanted to show you that there's all these skateboarders there. They're never there. And this guy was sitting there playing the guitar, and so I thought I would just start my live here as I'm gonna walk and talk and share these messages. So if you have a dad in spirit, you'll wanna be on here for this one. But nobody's gonna believe me that I literally, and I got a message from Bradley Knolls from Sublime today too. He literally came in spirit, and when I was like, I'm gonna go do it on the Unalive Bridge, because there's so many spirits there that need to hear this message. And I literally came up here, and there's a guy playing the guitar and all these skateboarders. I was like, nobody's gonna believe me if I don't start shooting now. So I'm gonna start shooting, but I'm gonna take a walk across this bridge and give you guys a message. Hi, how are you? I'm good. So I don't know if you guys believe in spirit or not. Either way, do you know who Sublime is? Yeah. Okay, so I'm a psychic medium, and I actually met his wife a long time ago at his house selling food. A long time ago, and I got to stand inside of his house, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the house of a legend. But you can't say anything to his wife, because obviously she's sad about how he left. So I was just like, what do you do? Like, you're in Elvis Presley's house. Like, oh my god, I'm here. So I was like, oh my god, I'm here. Okay, so I get these messages to share with people, right? Because it's Father's Day. And he popped up, a picture of him popped up on my feed today. So I was like, I'm gonna go do a message. And no kidding, you guys have never been here before. And that's why I started filming for my live, because all of a sudden I have all of you guys sitting here doing skateboarding, because he's from Long Beach. And then my dad is in spirit too, and he plays the guitar. And there's a guy sitting there playing the guitar. I was like, so I wasn't trying to be weird or anything. Awesome. But I thought I would share you guys, because it's kind of hard for me to share what my purpose is, because you're like, yeah, okay. But I thought that was so cool that you guys are all sitting here. And then this is I call it the Unalive Bridge. Because I don't know who named it, but I don't like the name, but that's why I come over here on these days. But I just think it's so crazy, like, whether or not you believe the synchronicity, I just had to share that with you guys, because that was really cool that you guys are here, because I've never seen you guys out here skateboarding.
First time being here.
So have a great day. I sound like a complete crazy person, but I don't care, because that was the coolest synchronicity I think I've ever experienced doing this. So I want to share with you guys. I'll just show you the Unalive Bridge. They have all kinds of signs, and they had to put these this gate up, because obviously there's been incidents that people jump off of it, and it's crazy. I'll show you down below, like It's a pretty far down jump. But when I come out here, I come out here because I feel the spirits of the people that have been here. And I like to come do readings up here and share messages with people. Whew, okay. That was crazy. Like, for that guy to be sitting there singing a song, and he was an old man. And then what's even crazier is this hat that I have on. When I was a kid, my dad had the exact same hat. It was more of a cowboy hat, but he had a blue bandana on it, and I didn't even get that until today. I was like, oh my God, it's Father's Day. My dad's in spirit. And I've literally got the same hat. I bought the same hat as him with the same blue bandana because he always wore bandanas or hats. He was a rocker guy. Whew, I'm trying to walk and talk, but every time I get on this bridge, I mean, you can see how crazy this bridge is. And it used to have sitting spots, but they had to put up all these gates because the bad spirits would get on here and have people, you know, they would attach to them, because that's what happens, why that happens to people. Also, somebody in spirit lost their dad due to unaliving, and he's coming in strong. I'm hearing Matt and Mike. I'm hearing Rodolfo, Samuel, Chad, and Miguel. So if you had a dad named that, and they may have, whoo, there you go. They took themselves out of this world early. They want you to know that they're sorry and they love you. And they miss you, and they're very proud of you. And I'm hearing Geronimo. And I feel like some of them, it wasn't just them maybe unaliving themselves. It also had to do with them partaking in chemical substances that made them Hi, Shurus Reina 143 Dance Place and Pay 9744. Thank you for being here. So I want to share these messages with you from your dads. Geronimo said he did, yeah, he's a specialist. So if that's your dad, if you see this on the replay, if you're not here on the live, he didn't, you know, take himself out. It was like unknowingly. He did it because he OD'd. And he didn't mean to. And my guy's grandpa's coming in. He said to say hi to him. That was just crazy. I'm also hearing I saw you graduate in spirit. So someone out there who's listening to this message had their dad was there, because you were sad because they weren't there to show up physically, but they were there in spirit and they watched you graduate. I'm hearing California, Texas, Pennsylvania, and Delaware especially. So if you're from there, that's this is your confirmation. These are all confirmational messages. They were there. You may not have seen them physically, but they were there, and they're very, very proud of you. I'm hearing the word Dottie. Hello, how are you? And And I'm hearing that old song from the Judds, Grandpa. Tell me about the good old days. And I'm seeing 1011. So there's somebody in because it's Father's Day, that goes out to the grandpas too. So if you're missing your grandpa, he's here too. Because I have like a whole bunch of grandpas, uncles, and dads here. And they just kind of intermittently pop up and tell me their message. So I want to share with you at the beginning, I don't know if you were on here, but I literally saw all these skateboarders down the street, and I was like, because I always try to find a place, and I don't, because I'm doing spirit messages, I don't like to be in front of everyone because then I just get stared at. And then I don't like to tell people what I'm doing because they look at me strange. But I had to tell those skateboarders, I was like, I don't know if you believe in spirit, and they're like, oh boy. But I was trying to find a place, and I was like, it came to me, I was like, I'm gonna go sit by the bridge and do this. I'm seeing 1111 and 1113. And when I went to go sit over there, because the message that came on my heart originally came from Bradley Knolls. Bradley Knolls is he's the front man, or he was the front man singer of Sublime. And he passed away in 1996 from an overdose. And the story, as I understand, is that he went surfing, and he was gonna, he was doing well, he was on top of the world. And then, his addiction came in, and he's like, I'm just going to do it one more time. And he went and did his thing. He laid down, and he never woke up. So this message, he wanted me, he popped up on my feed today. And so when I came out there and all those skateboarders were there, I was like, that's crazy. Why are all these skateboarders out there? Because he's from Long Beach. And he wanted me to share a message to Jacob, which is his son, that he loves you. And that he's really sorry that he didn't, have more vision to see past the moment. And he let the spirit of addiction take over his good sense. And I haven't thought about Bradley Knolls in a while, because he does hang out with me in spirit. And like I was telling them down there, that I went inside his house, because this guy I was doing I was doing like a food route, and he's like, I'm gonna take you to this house, but you can't tell anybody about it. I was like, whatever, because people lie. So I was like, whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna take you in there, and you can't say nothing to nobody. I was like, first of all, I don't even know, can't even tell you how to get back to the house. And second of all, I'm not that kind of person. I'm just like, I experience it for myself. I don't need to share it with everyone. When I walked in, he's like, I'm gonna take you into Bradley Knolls' wife's house. And I don't know if this was his girlfriend or his wife, but it was one of them. And I was like, yeah, right, like, you're lying to me, whatever. And he's like, okay, just don't say anything, because obviously the tragedy of how he passed. And when I walked into this house, she's over there looking at the list to see, because we did like a thing kind of like Schwann's. She's looking at the list, and I'm looking around the house, and all of his guitars are like hanging on the wall, and like you can clearly tell it's his house. And I was like, what the? I'm in my like absolute favorite singer's house. And I was just like, I can't say nothing, because like, how, you're not gonna be disrespectful. So I just like took in that moment, like, wow, I'm in Bradley Knolls' house. And so I don't know if that got the attachment, but he's always hung out with me in spirit. And also what's interesting is he died in May 1996, and my dad, who was murdered, that I've come to find out, was murdered in September 1996. And all the people that did something have connections to California, like the LA area, and some in San Diego, some in La Jolla. All these people I never knew about. If you go and look at my my podcast that I still do cold cases, because that's how I found out that one of them was a cold case. I had to figure out my own cold case. Hi, Scarlett. I'm perfectly okay. Are you? My dad passed away in 1996, and I was originally really upset because it was really tragic. He passed at 44. Now I'm 45, and come to find out that he didn't just pass because he was a bad, person and he OD'd. You got to pay attention who you hang around with, because these were people that I remember, the people that took him out, that they're still building a case on out there, all you guys that are part of it. These were people that were family. Like, these were people, they did him. I'm seeing like the movie Juice, where they smile in your face and they go to your funeral, and they're the ones that did it. Remember Raheem? I'm seeing that part in the movie of Juice, where Tupac, he's the one that took him out, and he's over there comforting everybody at the funeral. That's how it happened with my dad. And I didn't find out this message till it's on my Indigo Justice Files, the podcast. I need to add more episodes to it. But I've come to find out that it was all tied to money, and so they just made it look like he had a heart attack and that he drank himself to death, and he didn't. People in his inner circle took him out and just made it look like that. And so earlier, before I got on this message, all of a sudden I heard that song from Johnny Cash come on, God's Gonna Cut You Down, and it goes, you can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, sooner or later God's gonna cut you down. So somebody else, go tell that long-tongued liar, tell the gambler, the rambler, the backbiter, tell him God's gonna cut you down. That's a song that my dad plays for those people. Hi, how are you, Drew? Because whatever happens in the dark is gonna come out to the light. And like I said, I'm 45. This happened when I was 16. So this has been quite some time. What, like 20 or so years that I've been going through all this. And when my dad passed, I didn't know at first why, but he would always come in my dreams, and I couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden, about 2022, I started finding out all these people were a part of it, and Spirit started giving me messages. So somebody who's going out there through a similar thing is trying to figure out their dad's passing, and like some family members, or also a grandpa. Like there's two scenarios here, and it was all about money. It was all about a will. That's what they were going after. So they took him out and made it look like something else, but it wasn't. But the reason why it's taken so long for you to get this karmic justice and for you to get these messages is because your soul wasn't ready. My soul wasn't ready to hear all this, because immediately when I started finding it out, and there's just too many synchronicities to say that it didn't happen that way. I have too many stories about things that have happened over the years that I know for a fact that it did happen that way. But before, I had these people still in my energy, and now I don't talk to any of them. And see, there's the Five of Wands. That's all about that's all about like a jousting match. And there's blue and red. That's significant for someone. It's like the devil and the angels having a fight, and you can see that the flame in the middle, and they're standing on sticks. So that's a message for somebody. It's like the good versus evil here kind of thing. And somebody had a lot of grief in their heart. Somebody passed away. They were constantly in a battle. So this has to do with addiction. A lot of these people in spirit that are here today, because DMX also came in, and he wants to tell his kids that he loves them, especially Xavier. I heard he wants to know, like both Bradley Knowles and DMX are like, I'm really sorry I couldn't be there. They just couldn't overcome their demons, but they're proud that their legacy is living on, but in the right way, because both of them could not overcome the darkness, and that's why we have chosen ones. And somebody out there is a Virgo sign, and I'm seeing a bunch of sunflowers, and then I'm seeing a lioness on this picture. A lot of this energy came from whatever happened with this woman who was, it was either their wife or their mother that they had a really bad toxic relationship with, and it caused them to do the wrong thing. Like they got clouded. And also that person was a bad influence, so you have to take your story how it resonates. These cars are loud, huh? I'm on the bridge. You can see they had to tie it all up because people jump. It even says we can help you cross the bridge. Somebody needs to hear that message. Rhinoceroses are in the number 9. Somebody, I'm hearing you have thick skin. You have thick skin, and you have the strength, and you're not a sheep. They wanted you to be a sheep and just follow the path. So these are very specific messages. If it's not your message, don't make it fit. But I'm hearing the truth is coming, and I'm seeing hummingbirds. There's a book out there that in like a grandma's house, there's a book that has all the details you need to solve your case. That's gonna come up. It's either you have it and you don't know it, or like your aunt or uncle is hiding it, but that's gonna surface is what I'm hearing. This book, so it could be a Bible. I'm hearing Shakespeare, so it's like a book that you don't know, and like somebody's got to pass, unfortunately, before you're gonna get this message. But you're gonna get the truth. So if you've been going through like fighting a will, or your family was underhanded and did something, there's a book with all the answers in it. Hello. There's this book out there that's got all the answers in it that you need. So don't give up, because the answers are coming. Spirit knows that you've been, it's like a monkey on your back is what I'm hearing. There's a monkey on their back. That's why they ended up succumbing to addiction, because they had a monkey on their back. Somebody out there, dad did a lot of horses. I'm seeing a lot of horses. Whether they lived on a ranch, or they literally lived on a farm and took care of horses, or that was their job. I'm seeing these red shirt and suspenders too. I'm hearing Fred. somebody's playing guitar. This has been the wildest live that I've done. Just the synchronicities, and if you're not, spiritually aligned, you're like, yeah, right, whatever, and you don't understand what's going on here. But if you're spiritually aligned, hello. There he goes, playing the guitar. That was crazy. And it said Mac Miller on his shirt. And isn't that dude in spirit too? I'm having this is the most fun for me as a medium that I've had in a while. Because again, if you're not spiritually minded, you're not on the same page. But if you're on the same page and you're watching this, you're tripping too. Because I have never had I went through a little lull, because I heard spirit so much, and then all of a sudden, spirit stopped coming at me so crazy, because a couple years ago when I was learning all this stuff, about stuff I did not know that was going on by people that I trusted that were not supposed to be trusted, spirit came at me. If you ask for signs, spirit's gonna come out you with a million signs. Get ready. If you say, hey spirit, show me some signs, they're not gonna just show you one sign, they're gonna show you a bunch. So I've helped cross a lot of people over to the other side so they're not as sad. My dad knows that I've busted a lot of people out in their shenanigans, and his case is gonna get solved. My friend Jerome, that also got taken out by his inner circle, like Raheem off of Juice, is also going to get karmic justice. Well, I haven't heard them lately as strong, and I'm like, where'd you guys go? I heard you all. I would see signs, like Bob Dylan comes on or Tom Petty comes on. I know that's my dad. You just associate certain things with signs. That's how you know what spirit is around you. And I haven't been hearing anything lately, and I'm like, where did you all go? They didn't go nowhere. So today, I was saying that, I haven't heard you. So today, all of these signs are coming around me, and I'm just tripping because it's Father's Day. And it's an emotional day for a lot of people out there, especially if you guys had a father and they passed, or even if they passed 20 years ago. I'm saying, my dad passed in 1996. I was 16, but I got lied to. I came in the door, and not only did I get it broken to, what happened, well, the version that they gave me, but I had to hear it from my mom's boyfriend that I did not get along with. We used to call him Toad, because he was a gross dude. He had long blonde hair and did not take a shower, and he was just gross. And he was always mean to me, and he's a part of the reason why I got had so much trauma at 16, because he decided I couldn't live there anymore. I cramped his style, even though I'm supposed to be the kid that's supposed to live there. So he's part of the reason I had to go live on my own since I was 14. I'm very blessed in life. God, my angels, and my spirit guides, and everybody has watched over me, that I'm still alive to this day, because I've been on my own since I was 14, not because I thought it was cool, but because I had to leave when I was 14, and I tried to go live with my mom when I was 16, and apparently having a kid just cramped her style, so I had to go live in toxicity land with a very toxic boyfriend. And that's why I tell my story out here, because I'm not embarrassed about my story. Everything happened for a reason. Everything happened the way it did. But I want to give a message of hope to somebody out there, that you're not alone. And I'm kind of glad I left. But when my dad died at 16, my mom's dumb boyfriend, I remember I'm seeing in my head, I opened up the door, I came home from school. He told me that everybody was at work or school, so when my dad called, I didn't get to talk to him. And he talked to that dude, and that dude told me, hey, by the way, your dad's dead. and nobody was here, so I'm the last one that got to talk to him. I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad you got to talk to him as the last person on earth that he got to talk to before he passed. That's fantastic. And they told me that his friend was telling him a joke in the hospital, and then all of a sudden he started laughing, and then he had a heart attack. Wrong. Didn't happen. It was more like the song Gypsy comes on. My dad gave me that song from Fleetwood Mac. And what happened was they put something in his something, and that made him have a heart attack, and that is why he passed. But since he was a drinker anyways, they're just like, oh, another drunk, whatever, we don't care, and kept it moving. That's coming out. I'm keep hearing this. So somebody's about to get karmic justice. If you've been trying to figure out what's going, like the math ain't mathin' with your person that passed, your father figure, whether it's a grandpa or father figure specifically, and I'm hearing an uncle. So somebody watching this, or somebody that's going to be watching this, you had a father, grandpa, or an uncle that was like a father figure to you, and when they passed, their passing didn't add up. And that's because your intuition is correct. You have some greedy family members who only saw dollar bill signs, and they thought it would be, hear that stillness? It's crazy. It didn't add up because they were doing something on the side there. Yeah, when you hear that stillness, always, I try to be quiet when I hear it, because that's for the people who can't connect to their spirit guides, or you have a hard time because you have too much in your head. That's what you got to tune into, is that stillness. It's, what is it, the music in between? It's that stillness. That's how you connect to spirit. I don't want my hat to go flying. I can tell spirits around me because it's so windy. I hope the wind isn't catching on here. Let me know if it is, guys. It's very helpful if you can tell me, hey, I can't hear you, this wind's going crazy. Because one live I did, all you could hear was a from the wind. Scene 3313, that's a number somebody needs out there. I'm hearing somebody needs to step out of their comfort zone. Their dad's saying step out of their comfort zone, and I'm hearing pack your bags. So he's giving validation that you need to go on that trip. You also need to move if you're living in LA, because I'm seeing those Hollywood stars. Let me know if this is your message, because I specifically am on here to give messages beyond the veil from your passed over father figures and spirit. Yeah, somebody's in LA, and I'm seeing all those Hollywood stars, and you're getting confirmation, like maybe you've been wanting to know if you need to go back to your roots. So even if you live in California, you need to get out of the city. That's the biggest thing, because the city's not for you. I'm hearing all that funky stuff going down in the city. Big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away, 'cause it's here that I got to stay. But they're showing me grass, so wherever you do move, I'm hearing grassy knolls. And Bradley Knolls, that's funny. So Jacob, if you're watching this or you happen to come across my video, let me know, because This isn't trying to get clout or anything. I hang out with a lot of souls that I guess were considered to be famous. But that's just, I don't know, spirit works because I'm on the frequency of them. I also attract in, sorry for the cars. I attract in a lot of hood people too. That's why DMX hangs around me. I'm a California girl at heart. I grew up in New Mexico, but I lived in San Diego for a while, and I don't know, I have certain spirits. Brittany Murphy likes to hang around with me too. And I've had Marilyn Monroe come over quite a few times. It's just like, and I have Naomi Judd hang around me, and it's because it's like I'm borrowing their wisdom and I'm helping them learn. I don't know, it's like the whole particulars about it, but we help each other learn, and the people that I end up helping relate to their story, and so it's like a big circle of help. And so when they pop over here, it's because I'm helping someone, and I direct them to go watch, tell them to go watch their biography or to know their backstory, because it has something to do with theirs. So I don't know, I've got a very different gift than other people have. But again, if you're spiritual, I don't have to explain it to you because you just know. Only the people, and that's not, I don't try to get anyone to believe me or understand me. I'm just here to be the vessel. I'm a healer. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a Reiki healer, sound healer, and I'm about to go do my live for my church because I'm also a minister. And I'm here to help raise the vibration and to help heal the suffering and the hurt from a lot of people out there that can't move forward in their grief. That's why I'm supposed to be out here doing this message right now, so you can heal that grief, because that grief is what's holding you back and making you have toxic decisions. Some toxic decisions have come on your part because it's like when your person in spirit passed, this father figure, your self-love went out the window. And even if it was maybe a little toxic, me and my dad I have stories about my dad, Harvey, but in the end, he wasn't a completely bad soul. He's that Metallica song, this whipping boy done wrong, deprived of all his thoughts. The young man struggles on and on, he's known, a vow unto his own, that never from this day his will they'll take away. Hello. Never free, never man. And I dubbed the unforgiven. So that's a song somebody out there, their dad really connected with that song, The Unforgiven by Metallica. So go listen to it if you want to peek into your dad's psyche, your grandpa's psyche. I'm seeing a British person, like with a black hat and like an overcoat. So somebody was really proper out there. Your dad was really proper. And he was a romantic person. He came on the white horse and all. He was a ladies' man. So he was a charmer. Your dad was a charmer. I've seen a lot of red roses. So if you get red roses or cardinals, that's your sign. I'm seeing a barred owl right now and a lot of swords. So your dad was really up in his head. He had a complicated love life. He didn't know how to love because he was never truly loved. So he didn't know how to give love to you, and he had a daughter out there. I'm seeing this man. I'm hearing Manny too. He had a daughter out there, and he didn't know how to give you love. He scared you more than gave you love. Like, he wasn't a huggy-feely type person. But he would give you the world if he could. He just didn't know. He was a good dad, except the fact that he didn't know how to handle his emotions. And so I feel like this man was a drinker, and he drank his emotions away. And he's been dropping you feathers. I'm seeing 4111. 111. If you've been seeing 111, that's a confirmation from your dad as well. And if you've been seeing like brown and white feathers, that's a confirmation that he's around you, he loves you, and he's trying to lead you to a regal life. If you hear the word regal, I love that word, regal. He's trying to get you into a regal life, or maybe you are leading a regal life. And if you see sunflowers, that's another. I'm hearing that song from Londrell, Beautiful Sunflower Soul. You haven't been yourself since some time ago. Hello. I just smile at people because they're just like, why are you talking to your phone? Because I'm cuckoo. Sometimes it's just fun to get the reactions from people, because people are going to talk about you no matter what. And it's taken me many years to be able to come out in the world and actually give messages. Because so many looky-loos and scary-soos that like to come over and share their opinion. It's whatever. People are always going to have opinion. They have opinions just like they have socks. Sometimes they don't change them, like they don't change their socks either, and they're stinky. Somebody needs to hear that right now. Don't worry about people's opinions. They're always going to have an opinion. No matter if you do every single thing correctly, I promise you they're always going to have an opinion. They're going to have a judgment because they are closed off. They are closed-minded. And they don't matter. And they're just fearful too. Because anyone who is taking all their time to cast judgment on you, cast judgment on themselves. I'm seeing 333. You're very divinely guided and protected in this life. And today especially, it's a hard day for you because it's Father's Day, but you are not alone. So if you see any of these signs on here, and if you're just tuning in, go check out the replay of this, because there's a lot of messages here. I'm hearing Billy. Sam is coming back again. Mike. Angel. Luis. Bromo. I'm hearing Domo. 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 Regato. Somebody's dad was really into Dungeons and Dragons. And Legos. Like, he had a lot of Legos. And a lot of, like, the other one had this, like, his whole living room was filled with Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And I'm seeing, you were on a beach together, collecting clams. And I'm seeing him walking with a kid in, like, a little sun hat. And this kid's maybe, like, 2 or 3. It's a baby. It's got a diaper on. I feel like this was at a California beach. I'm also hearing one in Canada, so I don't know where you were at in Canada, near the water. If any of these messages resonate, though, please let me know in the comment section. Because your dad's concerned about you because he can see the sadness. He can feel the sadness, and that's why he uses mediums to come in and share their energy so you can have confirmation that you're not alone. And spirit can't speak, you know, just like we do. That's why you got to watch out for the synchronicities. Spirit always confirms in 3s. So I just need one more person to come by with a guitar. I just saw 2 guitarists. Where's my 3rd guitar? Watch, I'm gonna run into a 3rd guitar because Spirit always confirms in 3s. That is so crazy. Because my dad played the guitar. This has been the wildest live ever. That's how you know Spirit's with you. I think I'm gonna wrap this up and take a walk and have a moment of silence for the ones that have passed on the unalive bridge. It's a really stupid name that they gave it. Starts with an S, ends with an E, unalive. I don't like saying that word though because we're on here, so I'm going to... This old lady's gonna get up, get moving again.